Hello, everybody. It is the end of another month and the start of a new year, 2026. Sorry. So, in terms of my weight, I am about the heaviest I've been, so I'm hoping to lose a bit of weight. I actually did a park run not too long ago, and it was actually quite enjoyable. Um, but granted, like, comparing the start of last year to this year, I would say I'm somewhat in a better place. I've got a lot of positive people around me, and it's making me feel genuinely happy. And uh, it feels good to finally feel happy again. It feels good to finally have positivity again, given the absolute pain I've been through the last 2 years. And if you do not know this pain, like, obviously you can look back at like my much more recent, not my much more recent videos, but my previous videos. But obviously I stopped making these update videos because um, I just felt I was being targeted and I was just being ridiculed and everything. But I'm hoping I can bring them back and they'll be a little bit more. What's the word? That's like I'm making money off it. No, they'll be a little bit more personable. They'll be a little bit more friendly, happy, whatever. And that is the case. Like, there have been a few good things happen to me where I'm just feeling a little bit better about things. There's obviously still nitpicks. There's obviously still irritations that can arise and that, but they're not worth talking about. Like, what's the point in talking about the negatives when there's so many positives? Um, and yeah, if you are an auntie or if you're an uncle, just having nieces and nephews is like one of the best things in the world. Like, honest to God, like, I waited years to have nieces and nephews, but I love them all so much. They are genuinely amazing. Because they can cheer you up, even like they can cheer you up in a way that nobody else can, and it's just the nicest thing. And I'm just so grateful for them all. And I mean, I'm fearful of when I'm going to be old and they're going to be old and that. But for now, like, the ages they are, like, my oldest ones are about six. About six? They are six. What do you mean? Like, but they are, they are amazing. And I'm going to get tearful, man. And like, it's always been a case with me. Like, when I used to work in schools, like, the kids at the school would get me a card or something for Christmas, or if just receiving a card from like your nieces and nephews is so sweet, so nice. And even if they've drawn on it, it's just like, I just look back at these and it just brings me a warmth. It brings me a joy, a good thing. And it's not just the nieces and nephews. Like, in more recent times, where I've met a couple of different people here and there, and they've been genuinely a great asset. They've been a fantastic asset to my life. They've and it's just so much nice, like, so much good. I will be honest. Like, I'm not 100% cured of what I've been going through. I never will be. I'm forever gonna be. I'm forever gonna walk around with scars in my head. I'm forever gonna walk around with a knife in my back, basically, or whatever it is. I'm always gonna have people judging me for how I act, what I say, and that's just life. Like, you can't appease everybody. Um, you can't fix mistakes that were not yours. You can't erase wrongdoings that, again, were not your fault. And I'm not trying to start a fire again. I am trying to get away from the fire. So I'm coming here with a bucket of water and I'm throwing it over the fire and moving on. Okay. That won't happen though. I just know that won't happen. But anyways, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the positives and the good. So yeah, I was saying about my nieces and nephews. Absolutely brilliant children. Absolutely brilliant relatives, siblings. What am I talking about? Completely lost control of what I was talking about. My songs, so Opinions just came out. People had opinions about it. Yeah. My next song next month, now, I probably know it will get backlash, but it has no right to get backlash because it literally has nothing to do with anything of what has happened, and it's literally about stuff that happened back in 2024 or whatever else, and it's like, it's whatever. Um, and I just wish that people could just grow up and leave me alone. Like, so to give you a context of whatever, like in high school, I've said it countless times. I've literally got a song called Carrot and Carefree, right? I got bullied in school, like as did 99% of other people. Like some people in high school were made to be popular and some people were made to be bullied. Now that sounds really harsh, but I just feel like, or how do I put it, like there's people that no matter what can act well in a social circumstance, whereas there's the other people that struggle a little bit more to act the norm or whatever it is. So I was always the odd one out, outsider. Remember that song? Yeah. So, but this was high school, and it's like once I left high school, I thought I left all that behind, and I was so happy to be leaving that behind because it was such a horrible, horrible thing to happen to me. And for it to just like somewhat come back in the last 2 years is like sickening and stupid. And as I said before, I'm not dwelling anymore on any of this sort of stuff because it's not worth my time. I have more important things to be focusing on. Yeah, but there we go. I've said what I need to say, and I've said it in a very civil way. But again, it will just be scrutinised, won't it? Yeah. What else can I talk about? So my song opinions got opinions, ironically enough. But there's been new people in my life that have actually really, really, really made things better, and I'm going to continue to hopefully have good times with these people. Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. As I said before, I'm quite overweight, which isn't great. But I was going to say I have a health thing happening. I just have I have my bike set up. That's what I mean. Now, to give you a context, I'm not much of a bike rider. I wouldn't ride a bike on a road. I love riding a bike on a cycle track, but my cycle track is a little bit away from me, so I've just got it set up just now where I can just ride it nearby and whatever. I do also have a foot pedal thing, but despite these, like, you have to fix this before you can fix that. So slowly, hopefully, this will start. You can't fully fix a brain either, but like, yeah. And yesterday, actually, with my house in general, I gave my house like a huge big tidy, and I'm genuinely like over the moon with it and as such. I would show you, but I'm currently making the Sim series. Like, I'm making the Sim series. I'm currently making a couple of Sims videos of detailing like what my house is currently looking like, and that's basically what you'll get. Like, because I just don't feel it right to be like perusing around my house or showing you off my house. I mean, I also don't want you to see my big massive swimming pool, and I don't want you to see my wine cellar or my 5-car garage, my rocket ship room. These are just things that you don't need to see. But yeah, I really should end there because I'm rambling on. Has it only been 10 minutes though? That's pretty good, man. Well, I haven't even spoken about the gaming. So I currently have Overwatch is going to be making a return. I've currently got like a couple of videos of that. My ongoing thing is Harry Potter Lego just now, and there will be other Lego series in the future, as well as quite quite an ironic game, which is going to probably, but this game will probably not be released until August, and hopefully by that point, like, I will be so far away from the stress and the pain. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else necessarily that's been released. So we currently have Sims, Overwatch, potentially. Well, no, I know it's coming. and the Harry Potter Lego. But yeah, so I just need to take a big breath. I need to try and focus on the good, ignore the bad, ignore the, you know. And I will say this, right? I will say this to anybody that finds themselves being controlled by somebody, or finds themselves in a relationship or a friendship or in any sort of relationship with anything where it's not a two-way street, and it's not equal. It's like you're literally being made to do things you don't want to do, or no, that's the wrong thing, or you are being made to do things others want to do, so that it benefits them. Like, please, for the love of God, get help, or please find somebody that doesn't treat you that way, because you don't deserve that. I'm not saying I am the blessing of all man. I am not saying I am the words of wisdom. I have as much right to say what I say as anyone else does. But I'm just saying my opinions, and I'm just saying how I feel and what I feel, because that's what humans are. We are people full of feelings, we are people full of thoughts and all that. Everything is a thought and everything is a feeling. Without thoughts, we wouldn't have the internet. Without thoughts, we wouldn't have houses. Without ideas, we wouldn't have roads. We wouldn't have anything. Everything starts somewhere, basically. Yeah, I feel like I've got very hyperbole or something. Yeah, as I say, like, I'm still sad. I'm still not in the best place at times. I'm still on antidepressants, and yeah, but just having good people around you makes things so much better. Like, having that one person that says you're good, or having one person say you're this, you're very thoughtful, you're very this, whatever. Like, I'm not asking for a massive amount of praise. I'm not asking for people to say these things. I'm just asking for to not have the other stuff, the unneeded stuff, the literal verbal diarrhea as it is. Yeah. And I genuinely, honestly, I'm saying this now, I've had enough of it. I don't want it anymore. So, yeah. Take that as you will. I know you will do whatever you want to do, but please don't have me be any part of it anymore. I've had enough. Yeah. Okay, I think I've said what I've said. I literally have named no names. I have literally not done anything wrong here. I have said how I'm feeling. I have said what is happening, and I have said what I'm doing. And with that, that's the end of this vlog for January. Hope to see you at the end of February. And February is a big month, isn't it? We've got Valentine's Day, we've got Valentine's Day, we've got Valentine's Day. Yeah. Valentine's Day for me is always a strange one. I've had some weird experiences back in Valentine's Day, but it's just a day. Like, it's just a day like any other. Like, just because there's a couple more hearts here, just because there's a couple more kisses and things here, it doesn't mean it's any different from the following day or the previous day. What on earth am I talking about? Right, I will see you at the end of February. Hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, bye.